Feeling chilly in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom? Well, I'm going to show you how to get the Archaic warm Greaves in the tutorial cold biome. In fact, I'm going to show you the fastest, most efficient way, and then I'm also going to talk through the other way that you can go, which is kind of where you're meant to, giving you some tips about what you should be looking out for. Can't really miss it, but I've seen a few people having problems keeping warm if you don't want to be cooking all the time, so let's go. However, if you did want to just see the map, then here it is. This is the location at the very top summit of the cold mountain next to the shrine. So there are pretty much three ways that you can get on top of this area. You can go all the way around anti-clockwise, which I think is the best way to go, completing the other shrines along the way. Or you can go down straight down the middle, but that takes quite a bit longer and a more challenging little mini boss. Instead, come over to the rise here and you can see how far we're going to go. Right on the map, here's the location. You will need probably the minimum a couple of the pepper meals, or at least one longer lasting meal, either for like 8 minutes or 12 minutes or whatever. But that's the path we're pretty much going to be taking all the way up to the top. So go ahead and climb that small rise and then turn to the right, going along the path, picking up any peppers you find, you might as well. And then along the water's edge you should find some rafts already made up that you can literally just whack one of the fans and it will take you across the river. The long way going anti-clockwise pretty much teaches you how to make the rafts yourself, giving you components, whereas this way definitely is already made for you. On the other side, turn left and follow the steps up. By the two trees, climb up the rocks and the small cliff face here. You'll have another waterfall when you get to the top. Follow the path around and underneath the waterfall, and you'll be on a larger plateau again with more water. This time though, we're going to go across the bridge here. Though to be honest, you could probably try climbing that small incline by the actual waterfall on the right, and that might even get you up quicker. This is the one enemy that you might have to worry about. You can pretty much just run away from him though if you don't really want to get into any combat. At the top of the stairs you'll have a small body of water again, and you can see the waterfall. This is why I prefer this approach, because you don't have to climb on the wall across sideways. You can just run all the way around underneath the waterfall once more and up the small path. This is the only way that you can get to the summit as far as I can find, by climbing. If you haven't killed him, he might chase you and throw a few rocks, but you shouldn't really die. Catch your breath on the ledge and then carry on up the climb. When you get here, you'll then see the shrine, and it's best advised to go and complete the shrine first, as that will give you the ascend ability and you'll be able to ascend right through the bark and then go and get the armour. You don't have to worry about being cold inside the shrine. I'll show it to you now though, just to be really crystal clear. Use the ability and then up you go. And on the right hand side in the hollow, there you go, inside the chest is the warm Greaves. They haven't got the best defense stats, but they should be more than enough in the early stages of the game to keep you warm. You can, if you wanted to, do what I did, which was stack the wooden crates and go and get the armour before doing the shrine, but it doesn't make much sense. I kind of wish I'd got the shrine first. So that's the quickest way. If you do want to go the way that I recommend and go anti-clockwise, then you'll get to this point again where there's a large river that you're going to have to cross, and that's where you first start to learn how to make your contraptions. Ruru is here, and that's how I know it's meant to be the way you go, and I made my own design since there wasn't any to base any models off. You'll climb the stairs all the way up to a mine entrance, lighting the way with some bloom seeds when you've equipped one on an arrow, and you'll find out about how you can use the Zonai ore to make it into Zonai charge and more. After that you power up a minecar, and this will take you up to the next section. Again, this is why it's meant to be the way to go, as it teaches you so much about the rest of the game, as well as possibly your first look at some of the gachas where you can get more of the Zonai technology to help you. There's lots of other stuff going on there where you can help get some carrot seeds as well, and you can see the mountain now we're getting closer. I didn't really go and venture underneath the archway to see what else was there. Instead, I went through another cave system where you'll be warm. There's lots of resources in here, as well as one of them weird shining frogs, plus some enemies that you might have to take care of. Do let me know if you want a complete and full guide to each of these areas, and I'll definitely do one for you. But once you get to the top, that's your first taste of the snow. You still got a long way to go, but you can pretty much avoid most of the enemies on this run as well, although it's worth getting a couple of these icy chuchus. as when you climb the tall piece here, you can see where you got to go, and there's another cave entrance. You can run past the enemies, hopefully fighting each other, and you'll be warm enough inside this cave as well. There are a couple more dangers in this cave, but it also gives you a chance to get some opals. If you fire an icy choo-choo tipped arrow, you can stun them and then wail on them with a melee weapon. Or wait till they're about to pounce and then go ahead and smash their tonsil. If you do get eaten by these, they'll reduce a lot of your health, or sometimes they can even steal your weapon and then it's gone. But you get the idea. There are some other things that can help stun it as well. So this was my first ever run. I did do it the hard way. I'd run out of ways to cook food. I didn't want to go down back and cook anything. So I got a flaming piece of wood and I explored the top of the areas, eventually winding and making my way all the way round. And the way that I got up was by finding this small bit of water with the walls that you can actually climb. So I knew then that there must be a better way to get up here, hence why I decided to make this guide. But there we go, that's how you get the warm Greaves. Good luck with the rest of your adventures, and make sure you're subscribed. I'm going to be doing lots of guides for Tears of the Kingdom. I'm live streaming every day on my 100 Days YouTube channel or Twitch channel, so come check me out and my more adventures. Laters.